To understand the fans' connections with the club, I asked these fans how they were introduced to the club and where their support for the Hawks began.
So I obviously started getting into football when I was around sort of 5 or 6. I watched football on TV. Obviously going to school, playing football at school with all my friends. Obviously fell in love with it instantly, sort of thing. Playing it every day at school, break time, after school with all my friends outside. Yeah, that's about then.
When did you get into watching Havant, such as your first game?
I think my first game was around sort of years 7, 8 times, so around 13 sort of. I think my first game was the day that Havant won the league and got promoted. Instantly loved it. The atmosphere around the club, the people, just everything about it was brilliant. The whole pitch invasion after as well.
So my dad started taking me when I was younger. I was born in '96. He supported Havant down before. I live around the corner. I literally live about 2-minute walk. So and then ever since it's a family club. All the players know the fans. You get memorabilia. That's one of the main reasons supporting Havant.
Havant and Waterlooville was massive for the people in the local area. They live and breathe Havant. They plays a big part. It gives them something to do at the weekend, gives them escape from their lives, and also I think the club itself, they do a lot in terms of giving. I think it was like every couple of seasons they give out the free season tickets for like the kids and that. Gets them into football. When I was back at school, I remember getting given a free season ticket, and that encouraged me to go watch football. Get into Havant more. I think it's just they do a lot for the community, making people sort of fall in love with the game a bit more, sort of thing.
I think there's definitely the foundations have started to go there, and I think we're going in the right way. I think getting more kids out for the season tickets and making a bit more of having more tournaments and more football at the ground's good with the Astro. So I think the foundations are being laid. I think potentially in maybe 3-4 years we could be where we want to be.
Yeah, they do pretty much all the things you'd expect a non-league club to do, and they do even more with the community events and helping families out and things like that, and making all the fans happy, and they do everything they can to support the community.
What do you like about the academy and what makes it unique?
I like the togetherness about the academy. How the coaches make you feel. Obviously, you're actually training and studying at Wesley Park. I think is quite unique. And obviously seeing first team players on a day-to-day basis, how friendly they are with the academy, and obviously the fact that our players get the opportunity to train with the first team as well. I think is quite unique and very great opportunity for some of the players to get an experience on what like the higher level football is like.
So why Havant and Waterlooville and not Pompey?
I think any football fan will know when you've got your team, you get that buzz, and you follow them, you want to support them, and you go with the highs, you go with the lows, and I always got that with Havant. I watched Pompey games, but I always got it with Havant and not Portsmouth.
It's more or less the same fans every week in and around in the pub. On away games it's the same 30, 50 fans in between that always go. They're always there, and it's the same bunch that talk to each other, and it's just every season there's just more and more of them.
Upon asking why the atmosphere among the Hawks was so unique, I also wondered if they thought the club being on a council estate was what made the support that bit more passionate than other non-league clubs.
I think everyone knows obviously Lee Park and how sort of the reputation it's got. So obviously when all the fans are together, it makes it worthwhile. You're going with your mates, people you've grown up with, and your dads have grown up with their dads, and the whole family. You come round, have a beer. So it's more passionate, and I think it's better to be with than going with a bunch of strangers that you don't know.
The fans are just amazing. They're always up for it. They're always there before the game, cheering them on. you don't really get fans in other sports like rugby and things like that doing a commitment what football fans do.
Do you feel there's a better atmosphere due to the closeness to the pitch, and almost in non-league there's a better relationship with the players?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you've got 20, 30, 40,000 fans screaming and singing and chanting, that's a good atmosphere. But I think if you go with 50 of your mates and you're singing your hearts out for your players, then yeah, it's a great atmosphere. And they hear it all. They tell you, they hear everything that goes on. The players are here, they're part-time or 3 mornings a week, and it's a case of they're playing for the badge and they know the fans pay their hard-earned money to come watch it. So anything that they can give, whether it's coming for a drink after the game or, you know, giving a shirt or a pair of boots, it's important, because otherwise fans won't come, they won't travel, especially when they need the hard for nitty-gritty games as well.
Just turning up before the game in the bar with all the fans, having a joke, watching the early kick-offs, and then going into the ground just 10 minutes before kick-off and getting your seat beyond the goal or standing position.
One of the great things is you're not segregated. You don't have to sit in the same seat, or you don't have to stand exactly where you need to stand. You can swap in so you can watch your team attack. There's not really any problems in non-league. Everyone's there because they support their team and they want them to do well. So you don't really get the issues of what you get in the Football League.
You know, the whole vibe around the club is just so good.
These fans and their support are massive for Havant and Waterlooville FC, which is more important to the club than any money or lucrative broadcasting deal. This is the true meaning of community, and even if they are let down at the end of the season, one thing's for sure: they'll be there the next season and the season after that, as no one can take away from them that their council estate is bigger than yours.